All right, all right. You have the heart of the lion. If you have the heart of the lion, I want you to type it in the chat box. I have the lion's heart. I have a lion's heart. Type it in the chat box there. I have a lion's heart. A person with a lion's heart is not afraid of challenges. It's not afraid of charting new courses. Type it there. I have a lion's heart. Awesome, awesome, great, 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 great. A lion's heart. It takes a lion heart to keep on showing up, showing up. You are here when it started, you continue to be here, you continue learning, you continue learning, you continue learning. Never give up, never give up. Mediocres give up. People that are successful, they continue hitting it. It might not seem as if it's working out at the beginning, but they continue to go, they continue to hit it. Are you going after this school, the lockdown? What is going to be your position? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really make up your mind that you're going to make the best use of this time. Is either you stay in your house and die, or you step out and leave. You know, there was a time in the Bible days there was a lockdown. The children of Israel, the city of Syria was locked down, and there was nobody going in and out, and hunger was killing everybody to the point where, you know, that lockdown, may we never see that kind of lockdown in Nigeria, you know. He said the people were eating, it got to a state they were eating their children. You know, this one said, let us eat your child today, tomorrow we eat mine. And when they saw the king, they said, King, won't you help us? Don't join people to say the government. What is the government? The government has never helped anybody before. It's not new. It's not new. So you go chart out your own course. Don't just follow government sheepishly. Go chart out your own course. What do you want to do? Take responsibility for your own life. You know, when you say responsible, your responsibility, the word responsibility means your responsibility. Responsibility. When there's a situation, how do you respond to that situation? How do you respond to that situation? You know, when everybody was locked down, look at some lepers in that city. They said, if we sit down here, we die. If we go, we die. Let's just go out. That means you must take action. They took action. And when they took action, they were able to see the big thing, and they became successful. Ladies and gentlemen, this period is a period where you need to add more skills to yourself. You don't need more money, you need more skills. Because when you get skills, the money will come. And I tell you, you don't want to be in a position when the lockdown is over and a lot of people are losing their jobs, salaries are being cut down, and then you say, what, I don't have anything to do. So ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this session. It's time. There's somebody who is trying to share screen. Please, you are not permitted to share screen. I think I'm going to do something to disable that function. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, you have to position yourself, be creative, be creative. And that is why we started this program, to make you see what can I do in the course of this period. You learn this skill. Now, learning this skill does not mean in this 1 week you become an expert in it. No, it's not possible for you to become an expert. But I tell you, we're going to give you enough to make you'll be able to take decisions just like many of you did yesterday. Many of you could take trades. A lot of people are sending their results. If it was fantastic, I'm so happy. We're so happy to see such performances from us being the first time. So if you did not take part in it, oh my God, I don't know what you are waiting for. So you got to be creative. I'm talking about creativity. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. I got a bangle here. My daughter did it. My daughter did this, and if you want more, she's selling. She said one is 1,000 naira. It's a COVID sale. COVID sale, wonderful. You know, just being creative in the house. So, ladies and gentlemen, wow, I'm so always happy to be here. Once again, my name is Olushola Popola, a chartered accountant, investment advisor, and also a life coach. But tonight, we're just going to continue at a higher level from where we stopped yesterday. And we're going to be having the bishop in the house again. Yesterday, I introduced the bishop, that bishop has been someone who has been, very instrumental to the success of many in this industry. He has helped quite a number of people to be successful. He used to be a banker at a point, and then he left the banking sector to chart his own course. And he sacked his boss anyway. So that's how I'm sure after this training, many of you will be able to sack your boss. And then he began to do his own thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday he started something with us, and today is going to continue with it. Onyidamola, please stop sharing your screen. Onyidamola, stop sharing your screen. All right. So tonight is going to continue, and it's going to take it to another level. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's type in 555 as we welcome the bishop. That's Mr. or Doctor, is a doctor, is a PhD holder, Dr. Femi Raji. A round of applause. Just type in 555. Let's welcome him. Put in 555. Type in a 555. Let's welcome the bishop himself. Bishop, are you there?
Oh yes, I'm here, Chairman. Thanks a lot, and thanks for that wonderful introduction. It's a pleasure to be of service to fellow Nigerians and as many that will have the lion's heart. I tell you the truth, it's never easy learning any skill, even if it's going to be shoe shining. I don't know if there's any profession like that. I know there is shoemaking, but when I was growing up in the North, there used to be some people, they just do shoe shining. Even if it's a shoe shining, you need to spend some time to learn it before you become proficient in it. Right, so thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate as many of you who took out time to ensure you carried out the assignment that was given. I will want to ask, how many of us love the assignment? If you love the assignment, you participated and you like the experience, you love the experience, put a 1 in the chat box. You just love the experience of what happened. Put a 1 in the chat box. Great, 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 great. You loved the experience, put a 1 in the chat box. Great. Right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so we'll be moving on today. I'm aware some of us had some challenges. We couldn't close our trades. It's normal. Being your very first time, you have those types of challenges. You have things like that that will come up. And we really just wanted you to have a feel that with a device in your hand, you can actually make money. What you now need is direction. How many of us remember what was the difference between Mr. A and B yesterday? We had an illustration yesterday, and we used Mr. A and B. What was the difference between A and B? If you remember the illustration vividly, can you just tell us what was the difference between Mr. A and B? Information, information, information. Right, and what was the very first thing we started? We started with one particular chant or slogan yesterday. When I came up yesterday, what was that slogan we started with? Can anybody remember? We started with something. We started with one particular slogan yesterday. How many of us remember? What you don't know. And that, I said this particular class, I see a lot of people who are willing to go very, very far in this class. The fact that you did not forget it. What you don't know is bigger than you. What you don't know is bigger than you, right? So you might be in a desert and you are dying of thirst, but there is a stream or a spring just 20 feet away from you. If you don't know that there is a spring there, the person dies of thirst. So today we shall review again what we discussed yesterday. We said in the market we have two basic things you can do. Is you are either buying or you are what? Or you are selling, right? You buy or you sell, or you can decide to do nothing. If you are not sure what price is going to do, you can decide to do nothing. However, if you want to get involved in a market, you have only two things to do: buy or sell, right? Like in a market scenario, when you see the owner of the stall or the shop is selling, the customers are buying. There are some other people who are middlemen. They don't have a shop. They are not buying. They are not selling. They will just hold you on the road. Say, what do you want to buy? What do you want to buy? Okay, you want to buy sandal. They will take you to a shop where you buy sandal. Those people are the middlemen. We have them in Forex, like the brokers and the like, right? But we don't want to bug you with all of that. I want to address some of the issues that we have. So if you have issues, if you had issues doing your assignment, please type your issues, whatever they are, type it in the chat box. But before then, I want to ask, how many of us made money? You made money today? Just type in the amount that you made. Type in if you made money today using the strategy that we were taught. Type if it's a loss, put negative in front of it. If it's profit, put the figure. Okay, Babatunde made $1,062. Okay, somebody said I made and lost as well. Very good. Okay, Babatunde $1,062. Who else made money? Let's participate. Okay, yeah, Olushola $590. Rebecca said profit. Nato 361. Very good. Right, Rosemary $438 profit. Chai. Perpetual 742. Jolayemi 169 profit. Festus $8 profit. $96. Somebody did $12 profit and minus $19. $27. I made loss. I think I didn't get it the logic very well. Don't worry. You are not, but we've not taught you any logic yet. $460. Yes. Abubakar 144. Very good. Somebody say he's still trading up to now. Good. Oyinda Mola 1,005. 450. You can see, guys, you can see. This market is a $5.3 trillion market. And I tell people that, let me give a small illustration. $5.3 trillion industry. If they say all of us in Nigeria, let's say we are 200 million people. Let's say we are 200 million. If all of us go into this market and just make $100 per day times 100 in a day, we only have made 20 million. This is chicken change compared to 5.3 trillion. It's chicken change. So you can actually make, but what you need is information. I'll be sharing the screen of my phone, and we'll quickly go back through what we discussed yesterday. While I go through your questions and quickly answer them. Together with what we have on the screen. So that was my own screen, and that was what I made. I told you guys yesterday, sell GBP USD. I told you guys to sell GBP USD. I told you guys to sell GBP USD, right? Yesterday. I know what to do. Let's come back here again. Let's go back to the system first before coming back to laptop. Yeah, so GBP USD we were told to sell yesterday. When I told you guys to sell yesterday, price was basically here. All right, let me make this black so we can see clearly. Give it a dark color so you can see clearly. Very good. So price was basically at this blue line when I said sell, right? So if you had sold, it should have been well over $746. But of course, I was asleep around that time. By the time I woke up, it had retraced a little, and we closed at that 400 and something, right? 400 and something. And that's how you could have also done yours. So yes, let's go back and use our mobile phone. I'll quickly answer your question before I show us something more advanced. We'll be going slightly more advanced today. We'll be going slightly more advanced today. So let's go back. This is my MetaTrader 4. Now your questions. Let's see the questions. Okay, somebody said, I don't really understand. Please repeat. I'm doing that right away. That's what we're doing. Okay, which of the colors is really the one to follow, right? I gave you two moving averages yesterday, right? I will answer your question. We'll repeat everything we did yesterday again, but this time very fast. I decided not to trade with the whole 5,000. How do I choose the amount I want to trade with? We might touch that today. After selling or buying, how long do I need to leave the trade? We'll discuss that too briefly. How can I examine the market trend? We might not be able to get there today, but we could do that. We might get there somehow. All right, so let's move on. So yesterday we looked at how to add these moving averages, right? I told us that there is a button at the top, right? I'm going to go through what each of these buttons at the top mean, right? You notice you have 5 buttons at the top. We have 5 buttons at the top. One that looks like a plus sign. That one, we'll call it the crosshair. You just use it to move up and down. You know, if you want to know the price at a particular place, at your level for now, you guys may not need it. If you want to take it out again, you simply just press on it. The second one is the indicator key, right? The indicator button is that one that has an F on it. Once you click on it, it takes you into this where you can add your indicators. And that was where we added 2 indicators. We added the 13, right? And simple, medium price, and the color was black. If your screen is white, then your own color will be black like mine. If your own background screen is black, then you can use white. This is 13, period 13. Then again, we had another moving average, period 50, and this was red, right? So the person that was asking which of the colors do we use? The most important one, your signal line, what we call the signal line, is the smaller moving average. And here the moving average you have that is smaller is 13. So the black one is the smaller moving average, right? So when the black one crosses down, crosses the red one down, you sell. When the black one crosses the red one up, you buy. When it crosses back again, you sell, right? Like I mentioned, this might not be very, very, very efficient, but if you do it religiously, you should make money like most of you made today. And I gave an assignment that you should ensure that you are up anything from 6 and begin to look at it. So let's see what happened today. So if you had woken up today at about 6, you notice that GBP USD was somewhere beneath. And I mentioned yesterday that if the moving averages, this black and red, if they are too far apart, then don't take a trade. If they are too far apart, you don't take a trade. You want to take a trade when they are close to each other, right? When they are just about crossing and they are close to each other, you want to take a trade like what we have on the screen here, right? You want to take a trade when they are close together, like what you have here, right? The distance between them is not too far. You want to take a trade around that time. If you come at a particular time and you notice that the distance between them is far, like in this case here, where you notice that the distance between them is very far, you don't want to take a trade around that particular time. Can I use the MT4 on my phone? Yes, what I'm showing you here is actually the MT4 on my phone, right? Now, let's go back to the other buttons. This second button, the third button rather, that looks like a dollar sign, The third button that looks like a dollar sign gives you your currency pairs or the commodity or the stock or the indices, your item of trade. Your item of trade is what you see here, right? For those of us who are Forex traders, you want to use the ones, the currency pairs with the hash in front of it. You see, you have one Euro USD hash, and we have another Euro USD here without the hash. I hope you can see that. There's one Euro USD here with hash. Let me just show you an example of what I mean. There's a Euro USD here. It doesn't have a hash in front of it. Can you see that? Very good. Now we have another Euro USD up here that has a hash in front of it. Now I'll make you see the difference between the two, because that might have been the reason why some of you couldn't trade at all. I'll let you see the difference between the two. If you want to trade currencies, you should use the one with hash, right? Now, just look at my screen. The very last button there has a plus sign, right? The very last button there has a plus sign. Notice that if I click the Euro USD without the hash, that plus sign is not active. It's not active at all. I'm clicking it and it's not doing anything. If I go back to my dollar sign and click the Euro USD with the hash and I click the plus sign, boom, and I have an interface for me to trade with, right? So basically, use the ones with hash if you are trading currencies. If you are trading currencies. Now, so, but for the others, you are good and go. So we have gold. Gold here is signified by XAU. Those of you who are science students, you know AU is gold, AG is silver. So you have gold, you have silver, you have oil, you have cocoa, you have coffee, you have copper, you have cotton, you have gas, gasoline, you have soybean, you have sugar, you have wheat. All of these, those are commodities, right? Commodities and energy. Energy goes to the oil and the likes. You have all of those things. You have indices, right? Like US 30, German 30, NAS 100, UK 100. You have some cryptocurrencies too there, right? Those are the things that you can trade, right? Now, so the next thing I want you to see is the fourth button on the top. That fourth button on the top has something that looks like a clock. It actually shows you what we call the time frame. It actually shows you what we call the time frame. You see, here on your chart, you have the black and the white bars, the white and the black bars. You notice that when price is coming down, the bars are black. And when price is going up, the bars are white. Now, each of these bars takes, presently now, we are on M15. If I click on that and it shows you the time, M1, M5, M15. M1 means 1 minute, M15 means 15 minutes, H1 means 1 hour, H4 means 4 hours, D1 means daily, 1 day, W1 means 1 week, and M means 1 month. Now we are presently on M15. And how do you know that we are on M15? You can see it up here, right? You can see it up here. It has M15 there, up there. That shows that we are on 15 minutes time frame. And what does 15 minutes time frame means? It means that this particular bar, the white bar and the black bar that we're seeing, it took 15, or it takes 15 minutes for each of them to form. So once 15 minutes is over, let's go to 1 minute so that you see what I'm saying. Very good. So 1 minute now, we have this bar forming. Notice where we have the bar forming. We have the bar forming right about here, right? On the 1 minute. Bam. When the time change, you can see that it has changed now. You can see that it has changed to another one, right? Let's wait again. This is a black one. I want to wait for 1 minute so that you can see how it will move into another one. 1 minute means each of those things takes 1 minute to form. So I told you guys to do your assignment on 15 minutes. I saw some persons sending some screenshots on 5 minutes, right? Do it on 15 minutes, 15 minutes, right? If you do it on 15 minutes, this strategy of the crossover, which I gave you, the moving averages may work better. Just let's look at the screen. So in the last 1 minute, price has been coming down, so it is showing as black. Price has been coming down in the last 1 minute. Look at the time on my phone. It's 8:30. Once it's the time and moves to 8:31 or thereabout, once 1 minute is exhausted, we expect a new candle to begin to form. See, you see, can you see the time has changed and a new candle is now forming? So I've been able to explain what each of this time is. The strategy I gave you guys should work on M15, right? Now the last button up there, the plus sign, this is where you take your trade. This is where you take your trade, and we don't have the luxury of time in this particular class to begin to tell you the type of trades you can take. But just know that there are two ways you can take a trade. You can take a trade now, or you can take it when certain conditions are met, right? Somebody was asking yesterday, can we set something and just work? Yes, you can take a trade now, or you can set it when you can take a trade when certain conditions are met. When you are taking a trade now, it's called market execution. It's called market execution, and you can see up here at the very top here. I don't know if you can notice it. Let me see if I can annotate. At the very top here, you can see market execution. That market execution means you are buying it or selling at the price where it is. If you go to a supermarket, most times what we do in a supermarket is market execution. When you enter ShopRite or Just Right or any other supermarket and or even eatery, and they tell you, you say, okay, how much is this biscuit? And they say 20 naira or 200 naira. You just pay. You don't start pricing it, right? Yes, market execution is the same thing with instant execution. Somebody said his own is instant execution. It's the same thing. Market execution means you are buying it at the price in the market now, which is instant execution. So if I want to buy instantly, that you go into the market and you're pricing, you ask for how much is this biro, and they say the biro goes for 100 naira. You want to buy it instantly, or you want to sell it instantly. So in that case, you just simply press a sell. Once you press a sell, the order has been opened and you see you have a sell there. If it's a buy you want to do, you press that particular thing again, just press buy, and instantly the buy too is there, right? You can see on my screen I have both a buy and a sell, simply because I clicked on buy and sell. The second way you can trade is when you want to trade at a waiting for certain conditions to be met. And there are 4 ways certain conditions can be met. It's either two basic ways, either a limit or a stop. In that case, you have a buy limit or a sell limit, or a buy stop or a sell stop. You can't understand all of that now, and I don't want you to even bug your head about that. I just want you to be able to follow a simple instruction of buying and selling at market execution or instant execution when certain moving averages cross. When there is a crossover of certain moving averages, you just simply buy or sell, right? Somebody's asking, what is this red or blue line moving? Just leave that. That is spread. That is ask and bid price. You'll get to know that when you join our professional class. We'll take you in depth and brush you up and bring you to a level where you should be able to understand how to use this tool both on the phone and also on your laptop, right? So I've been able to explain those things to you. Now let's move to the next phase. Under my screen, you can see 6 buttons, right? Under my screen, you can see 6 buttons. The very first button is where you can see all the pairs again. You remember when we're here, we could see the pairs by clicking the dollar sign. So I've showed you 2 ways you can see the pairs: by clicking dollar sign when you're on the chart. When you're on the chart, and when I mean chart, where you can see the candles, click the dollar sign there, you see the pairs, or you click the very first one underneath, the very first button underneath here, right? The very first button here gives you demo account is just for practice. It's not real money. Let me tell you, don't chat us that I made $1,000. I want to withdraw it. How can you make money without investing money, right? This is demo account. Demo means demonstration account. It's just use the paper money, use it to test, right? If you know how you can withdraw money from demonstration account, please let me know. I'll be your friend. But for now, I don't think I know of any, right? So this particular one just gives you the same thing. It gives you the same thing when we talk about your currencies. To the right of my screen, you have 2 prices. One is low, one is high. Those are the bid and the ask. You might not need to understand that for now. The second thing you will notice is the second button. That one takes you straight to the charts, right? This one takes you straight to the chart. And I don't need to explain. I've explained everything already in the chat for you. The third one tells you your trades that are running. So this one takes you into your trades. I want to know what trades am I running? You go to the third place. It gives you like your balance sheet. It's telling you what is happening. Right there, you have your balance, you have your equity, you have your free margin. You might not understand all of this, but just know that whatever profit or loss you are having added to your balance gives you your equity, right? So that is all that. So the next one you want to know, which is the fourth button there. This one tells you your profit and loss, right? It's different from balance sheet. Balance sheet is presently what is happening now. Those of you that did economics, where this is giving your profit and loss. This one tells you how much you have made in a day, and you can go up here and check, okay, how much did I make last week? How much did I make last month? How much did I make last 3 months? You can even go, okay, now I want to know only for 3 or 4 days. You can do all of that here. So let's say the trades you made yesterday now, if you can't find them again today, you can easily go here and adjust the dates and you can find them. It will pop up, right? That is what this is meant for. Now, the fourth one there, or the fifth one, I beg your pardon, is for news. If your broker has any news to give to you, they will send it here and you can find the news and you can read it. Same thing with this particular one. This one leads you to MQL5. You might not understand all of that yet, but at least what you basically need is from the first down, second, third, and fourth. That's what you need. And when you come to the second one in the chart, what you need here are the 5 things above. You basically don't need the first one. Like I said, you might need just second, third, fourth, and fifth also. So with this, I believe I've been able to explain to you how you should be able to take your trade. Now we'll move into the next one. How do I close a trade? So some of you saw profit. You wanted to close the trade and you didn't know how to close it. The thing now turned back to loss. Oh, we are very sorry. It's part of learning. Right? So this is what I want you to know. When you see blue, it means you are in profit. And once you see red to the right of your screen, it means you're in loss. Remember, we entered a buy and a sell. So both buy and sell are presently in a loss. The buy was initially in profit. The buy is back, is dancing between $1 and profit 0, break even. You know, now I want to close the trade, right? I want to close the trade. If I want to close the trade, I just press on it. Let's say I want to close the buy that is in the loss that is in profit of $35. I'll just click on it and hold it for 1 second or 2 seconds. This thing will come up, right? So I can just click close order. And once I click close order, boom, it has closed, right? You can see that that one has gone. That one has gone. If I want to close the second one too, I can press it and hold it down and close, right? So if I want to modify, I can click on modify. You might not understand what it means to modify. We'll be teaching you that later, right? If I want to close part of it, let's say I've made some money, I want to close part of it. This way I also come to, I can reduce. Remember when we started, everything was 1. Look at it, buy is 1.00. I can come here and click, okay, I bought 1, I've made some profit, I want to close part of it. In case the thing turn back, let me close part of it. I can close part of it by just reducing the thing here, right? I can reduce it and close the one I want. You can see now that I've closed part of that thing. It's no longer 1.0, it is now 0.55. Go through the video again and watch. If you have any question that I have not answered, please put it in the chat box. Somebody say there is no hash on my MT4. Are you using, I don't understand what you mean by hash, or there's no $sign. You mean this one? It is, if you don't have, okay, this hash on Euro, yes, maybe you're using a different broker. If you use the broker that we use, which is Infinox, you'll find that some of them has hash. If you're using some other broker, you might not have hash, and you just move on straight into what you have. Somebody is saying, please, how do I know which currency to trade per time? That is part of what we'll teach you in the professional class. You don't trade everything every time. You wait for certain periods of the day to trade certain pairs. And I'll give you a hint, for instance. Which country, I want you to put the answer in the chat box. Which country in the world uses Naira as a currency the most? Which currency in the world uses Naira as a currency the most? They use Naira most of the time. Which country in the world? If you know the answer, put the answer in. See, simple is Nigeria. Is Nigeria. So if anybody wants to do business that involves Naira, that person has to do the business between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Nigerian time. because that is when the banks are up. That's, please, you people should stop calling me. You know I'm in a Zoom and you are calling. What do you want me to do? To pick it and attend to you? This person is part of you here and is calling me, right? So you use Nigeria. Nigeria is the one that uses Naira the most, right? So if you want to trade Nigerian Naira, or you want to do business, and the business will involve Naira, then you want to trade when Nigerian banks are up. If you want to trade GBP, for example, now, right, which is Great British Pound, you want to trade when the guys that are in Great Britain are up, when their banks are most active. That is when you want to trade the Great British Pound, right? I'm coming back to my screen on the laptop so we can answer these things together. That is when you want to trade them. I'll just give you this info and we shall move on to the next thing I want to show you today. So if you want to know when to trade certain currencies better, just go to your browser, look for what they call Forex time zone converter. Forex time zone converter. That is for you guys that want to trade Forex. For people who want to trade oil and other things, when you get into our professional class, we'll break that down for you. So on the Forex time zone, you can notice that the time zone here is GMT. Nigeria is in GMT +1. So you look for Africa and you look for our beloved country, Nigeria in Africa, right? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find. GMT +1 is what we're looking for. Africa will go down, IJKLMN. I can't find Nigeria here, or am I moving too fast? No, it's not there. We'll look for GMT +1. If we can't find Nigeria, you just pick London, because London is also the same time zone with Nigeria, which is GMT +1. You can see automatically it tells you, for instance, all the German market is closed, the London market is closed, the Sydney market is closed, the Tokyo market is closed. So there's only one market that is open at about now, which is what? The New York, the United States. And what is the currency they use most in United States is US dollar. Any other trade that you are trading now that does not have the US dollar in it, either EU, GU, UJ, or gold or something that doesn't have US dollar in it, the market may not move. You might be running a risk of not making much profit, or a risk of even running into a loss. So you want to take note of this. Now let's move on to the other thing I want to show you. So this strategy I gave you guys here is a strategy that works. People make money from. When I joined Forex for the first time some years back, I used this strategy to be able to make some money. However, this strategy, has some things that may make it not to be very, very, very profitable like some other ones. Just like the fingers are not equal, so is it with strategies, right? We have what is a strategy? A strategy is the way you enter the market. The one I showed you guys now is what they call crossover. You are looking for two EMAs or two moving averages to cross, then you buy. But notice a day like this. Notice this particular day. You know that there will be confusion. Let me turn this to pink. You know that there will be confusion in a day like this now, right? Because it crossed down, you sell. It crossed back up again, you buy, right? So you be in a sell or you be in a buy. Which one will you do? Look at a day like this again. Look at a day like this. It went up, you buy. It came down, you sell. You went up, you buy. You came down, you sell. You went up, you buy. So which one will you do? So it has its own shortcoming. But the reason why we are giving you this for now is so that doesn't mean that this cannot make money for you. Because when you finally catch this particular one, you can hold on to this trade for long until it finally crosses here, right? You can hold on to it for long until it finally crosses. And this movement from here down to this place is 300 and let's say 327 pips. That is equivalent to like 30, let's say, let's round it up to $300. That could be equivalent of $30, $300, $3,000, depending on how much you have in your account. $30,000, all of that can be what you make. Somebody who started a pure water business with 2,000 naira cannot compare himself with somebody who started pure water business with 2 million. They are definitely not going to make the same amount of money. If you start with 2,000 and you make 10%, that is just going to be what? 10% of 2,000 will be 200. Somebody who started with 2 million and did the same 10% with you, he will be earning 200,000, right? Two of you are 10%, but the money the first person started with is much, much lower and is earning something lower, right? So when you come to our professional class, we'll teach you several strategies. When I click on my MT4, what you are seeing here, all of these things you are seeing here are strategies that we can use to look at the market, right? And they have certain rules attached to them. Today, I'll be showing you one which we call the superpower template. We'll call this superpower strategy, the SPS, the superpower strategy. And this is what it looks like, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. I'll be discussing this with you today. This superpower strategy is a combination of certain indicators and strategies that has been tested over time, tested over time, and is known to deliver high results. Sorry, let me quickly read the question. You can, okay, somebody's saying, is Lagos on the GMT or something? Okay, Africa, Lagos. Can somebody trade gold? Yes, of course you can trade gold. Yes, you can trade gold. Temi is saying she's not on the WhatsApp platform. How can I join? Please, one of the moderators can help drop the link to the WhatsApp platform so that some of our friends here can join. Right, so let's see. Let me explain what this does. This is a combination of several indicators and strategies put up together, right? And it has high accuracy. When I mean high accuracy, it doesn't mean that it does not lose, but it has certain rules that when you use it, the probability that you make money is high. The probability that you make money is high, right? We'll teach you something when you come to the master class, and I'll quickly show you an example of what I'm talking about. We'll teach you something, how you can lose many times and still make profit. And let me give you an illustration. There's what we call risks. There's what we call risks to reward, right? Meaning that if I'm risking $10 because I have a chance of making $20, then my risk to reward becomes 1:2. So let's say I'm risking 1:2 and I take 5 trades. I enter the market 5 times, right? If I lose the first one, I'll lose what? $10. If I lose the second one, I'll lose $10. If I gain the first one, the third one, I'll make $20. If I gain the second one, I'll make $20. If I lose the third one, I'll lose $10. Ladies and gentlemen, I had 3 losses. 3 losses and only 2 wins. And I still end the day with a profit of what? $10. This is part of the things we'll be teaching you. How losing is not your issue. It is how can you trade such that even when you lose, the wins will surpass the losses. Those are part of the things that you'll be learning in the professional class so that you can trade as a professional. I want to beg you, don't jump and go and put your money on with any broker because we have taught you crossover. You will most likely lose your money. You will most likely lose your money, just like it took you some time to become a professional, whatever you're doing, a carpenter, a tailor, a doctor, a lawyer. It will also take you time to understand Forex. But what we are trying to do in the professional class, when we call it professional class, it doesn't mean like our chairman said yesterday, we're not going to give you any certificate, right? We'll teach you a strategy that may take you 6 months, 1 year to master. But while that is going on, we'll give you some tools that can make you make money, even if you don't understand how the tools is working yet. It can still give you money. Remember we said yesterday that what determines whether you're a successful business person or not is information. You need something to tell you whether when the market is going to go down or up. And here we have a combination of things. You can see one yellow line up there. You can see another white line down here. Let me annotate and pick them out so that you can see. Let me annotate and pick them out so that you can see them, right? See one yellow line here. Can you see? And you can see one white line there, right? They are dynamic support and resistance. We have some arrows. You see some blue arrows and some red arrows. They have a special work that they are doing. You notice one line, one curvy line here, the blue curvy line, and you have this other line. This is not Bollinger Band. For those of you who know a little bit about Forex, this one is the senior brother of Bollinger Bands. This is the senior brother of Bollinger Bands. Those of you who are engineers, by the time you come to the professional class and we explain how this thing was derived, you will just understand. You understand that perhaps it was an engineer that that did this, right? You now also notice some triangles. You notice some triangles, and those triangles have certain letters with them: X, A, B, C, D. X, A, B, C, D. They are called harmonics. These harmonics are formed by certain high precision ratios. Look to the right of my screen. You notice some ratios there. XA is giving you certain numbers. Let me annotate. Can you see some ratios here? Right? Those ratios is giving you all those ratios. Those ratios are formed by what we call Fibonacci, right? But I'm not here to explain all of that to you. I just want to explain how this thing works, right? So all of these things put together, following certain strict rules, you will definitely make money. So let's look at this. This is a particular pair called Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We call it AUD or A card, AUD card or A card, right? What this thing does, this triangle, there are two triangles put together, and we call them XABCD, right? Let me draw it the way you will get it. We call them X. Let's use white. Let's use white. Let's use white for this. We say X, A, B, C, D. That's what we do. And D is always the point of entry. D is where you take your decision to either buy or sell. Point D is where you take your decision to buy or sell. Now I want to do a teaser. If you still remember what we discussed yesterday, if your D is up, what do? Do you buy or sell? Quickly. How many of us can remember? If your D is up, what do? Do you buy or sell? How many of us remember? Olushola said buy, David said sell, so I'm confused now. Godwin says sell, Techno, FM says sell, Nurudun says sell, Solo, oh my God, I told you that this, I don't know, we've been doing seminar. It's like almost all the people that have been joining before, they don't go school. Why I can't be say this lockdown bring many people that understand book very well, right? Ladies and gentlemen, you sell. You sell. I told you that D is the place of entry, right? D is the place of entry. D is the place of entry. So when your D is up, you sell. It means D is telling you that price is going to come down, right? When your D is up, you sell. When D is up, you sell. When D is down, you buy, right? Another way you can easily understand this, in case you forget all of that, you see this red line means sell. Red means danger, sell. It means the price will start coming down. And when the price of something is coming down, if you have a particular asset, let's say you have a car, let's say you have a house, and you know that the price of this thing will start coming down very soon, what do? You want to sell it now, right? And cash your money. This blue here means buy. This blue here means buy. So what we do is that we wait for this D. When this D forms outside this red line, we enter for a sell. That's all we wait for. So we just sit down and be watching. You can go and be playing, doing your PlayStation, anything you want to do in the house. These candles will be forming, you are not bothered. Once this D is formed outside this red, you just enter for a sell. So meaning presently, we are supposed to be selling AUD card. Once it gets to this green line, we take part of our profit. Once it gets to the blue line, we take the remaining profit. And I showed you how to take part of your profit, right? I showed you how to take part of your strategy. Somebody is saying, sir, how can I get this very strategy? Don't worry, my chairman will explain it later on as we come, so that won't take so much time. I don't want this video to be too long so that you guys can watch it easily on YouTube, right? So, but let's look at how precise this thing could be. If your D is in between, if this D is formed in between the red line and the blue line, ladies and gentlemen, what should you do? I've not stated it, but I want to see if you are following me. If your D is formed in between the red line up and the blue line down, what should you do? What do you think you want to do? It is formed in between the red and the blue, right? Ladies and gentlemen, stay away. Thank you, David. Do nothing, FM. Thank you, Godwin. Wait. I'm going to add another slogan to you guys. I'm going to add another slogan, and I want you guys to type it. The slogan is this: we are paid to wait. Please type it. We are paid to wait. We are paid to wait. Type it there. Type it there. We are paid to wait. Even if you don't know the spelling, just type. No problem. We are paid to wait. We are paid to wait. Right? We are paid to wait. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So if the D is formed between the red and the blue, we do basically nothing. We will not obey that D. Why? I told you that we have done a lot of back testing. Back testing means we have used this thing and we checked it through data of months and years to see how accurate it is. Once this D is formed outside this box, it will most likely deliver. Now let's check how accurate it is. Of course, this one as it is has already delivered, right? It has already gotten to the middle line. So we would have taken our first take profit, right? We would have taken our first take profit. Let's check another one again. Right here, so we have X, A, B, C, D. You see, this place here that is X was 1D. Look at the X. X, A, B, C. Let me annotate so that I see it. X was up there. X, A, B, C, D. That's how we draw it, right? Like a W. You draw it like a W. Then if it is the other way around, if it's coming from, if the D is down, it will be like an M. So X, A, B, C, D, right? W if you want to sell, and M if you want to buy. When we get to that of M, I'll show you how we do that. So look at it. Look at this one. Your D formed up there, right? Your D formed there. Look at what happened. Price came down. D formed outside the red line. Look at how price came. Boom, 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 down, right? So if you are started from here, after the first red candle is formed, we'll enter. You get to the middle line. Get to the middle line, 30 pips, you would have made your $3, $30, $300, 3,000, whatever you want to make, depending on how much you put, you are out. The second one now move again. Boom, that one give you another 30 pips. You are done with that trade for that day. Now, notice one thing. This horizon, this vertical lines you are seeing, you can see some white vertical lines in between. They are the lines that denote one day. So from here to here is one day. From here to here is another one day, right? This is one day. This is another day, right? So if you have like 6 pairs open, look at my own screen. How many pairs do I have? If you look at my screen here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 pairs. I didn't repeat this GBP because it's the same thing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 pairs I have here. And I have this thing on them. All I need to do is sit down, and when we come to professional class, we'll tell you how you can monitor it easily. So look at this first one went 1, this second one went 2, 1. Let's look at another one. Look at this one, X, A, B, C, D. It means this A here was a D, right? This for a buy. Remember, for a buy, it will be M. Is that not so? X, A, B, C, D. The question you ask yourself, did it form outside this place? Yes, it formed outside this place. You enter for your buy. It went up, touched the line. We're taking half of our profit. It came back and pushed back and gave us our full profit there. Bam, we are done. That's 3/3. 3/3, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know anything. You don't know anything about Forex. You are just following what this thing is telling you. This thing has done all the work for you. This thing is your friend giving you information. Giving you information. Look at this scenario again. We have X, A, B, C, D. Did the D form outside the red line? Yes. You enter your trade. Boom. First take profit in the middle. Second take profit at the end. Did D deliver it? Yes. Look at this one. X, A, B, C, D. Did the D touch the line? Yes, but it didn't form outside. I might not want to take this one. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. Look at this one. Did it form outside? Yes. It played. This one played a lot before it gave us a profit. The market happens like that sometimes. Sometimes you get tired. The job is dancing. We call it consolidation. Remember when we're discussing what price does? We say price can do two things. Is that price is ranging up or ranging down? That is the same thing. It's called a range. Or price is just dancing like this. It's not really going anywhere. We say it is consolidation. And that's exactly what happened on this particular day. You most likely get tired and get out of the trade. But no problem. I want to find an example of it, one that you will not take. Look at this one. X, A, B, C, D. Ladies and gentlemen, from the information I just gave you now, will you obey this D? This D means to buy. This D is to buy. Will you obey it? Yes or no? Put your answer in the chat box. Will you obey that D to buy? Will you obey the D to buy? No. Why won't you obey it? It did not form outside of these things. You will leave it. 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 Look at this one. This one, did it form outside? Yes. Did it move fine? Yes. It moved very, very fine. Huh? This is one pair. Look at this one, D. Look at this D. It formed inside. You say it should sell. Will you obey it? No. Instead of selling, the thing went up. So we will not take this one. You can see that this thing has done the work for you. Look at this one. Did it sell? Went sell, play a little, but it still came back and gave you your profit down there. Cool. Right? That is one pair. Let's look at another pair. This is another pair called Euro AUD. Right? Look at this one. This is today. Anybody that saw this one today would have been what? Selling. If that person is selling, this person is in profit already of 100, and this is this, yeah, 127, 130 pips. 130 pips is like $130, $1,300 or $13,000. Hi. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is D. This one did not form outside. It's still deliverable. We will not want to take it. And this higher time frame. Let's go back to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Remember, I showed you time frame the other time. Let's go back to 15 minutes and see. This is X. This is X, A, B, C, D. The D was formed inside. We will not take it. But look at this one. X, A, B, C, D. The D was formed outside. We will take it. Look at how the price went down. D up means price to sell. Look at how the way price went down. You just want something to give information. You are not bothered about what is happening here. This is an example. Like, for example, now there are people are talking about, okay, like 9 o'clock today, by 9 o'clock today, the Bank of Canada, the governor, Pelosi will be speaking. This can move the market. Around 1:30, there were some unemployment claims in US. There are some manufacturing sales month on month. There is ADP non-farm pay. You are not bothered about all of these things. These things are for advanced classes. And even when you come to the professional class, we will not teach you advanced things yet. We are still going to just brush you up. What you just need is, while you are still learning how to trade like a professional, you need something that can give you the necessary information to buy or sell. Let's look at another one before we round up. Look at this one again. This is Euro USD. X, A, B, C, D. That's M. X, A, B, C, D, M. It was formed down. Did it go up? Yes. Boom. It went up. Look at another one. X, A, B, C, D. The D was formed outside. Did it go down? Yes, it went down. Boom. Another one. X, A, B, C, D. The D did not touch the red line. We will not take it, even though the thing played, but we will not take it. We will stick by our rules. Remember, we are paid to wait. We will not obey this one, right? It's not part of our rules. We are looking for the ones that will go. Look at this one. X, A, B, C, D. The D formed outside. Boom. Look how the thing went. Look how it went. Look how it went. These are the type of things. If you're excited and you feel that God has answered your prayer you prayed in the crossover night, just put a +2 in the chat box. Put a +2 in the chat box. You feel that this particular exposition, remember, what you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know. It's as simple as that. What you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know. It's as simple as that, right? So these are some of the things that you learn in a professional class. Chairman, are you online? Let me hand over to you so that I can take it up. We don't want this thing to be too long. Is Chairman online? Right, if you have questions, put in the chat box. If you have questions, put them in the chat box. We'll take them one by one.
Thank you. That was a wonderful. Okay. All right. Thank you, Bishop. That was a great one. And I want to say thank you to everyone on the call. One thing that you must know, and let's be factual to ourselves. Let's be factual to ourselves. Forex is a professional thing. Forex, if anybody tells you that, come, let me teach you Forex, you will know it in one day, that person is telling you a lie. For many of us, we are professionals in our field, engineers, lawyers, and things. You know how many years you did your course or you did your profession, and today you know how much that profession is paying you. I'm a chartered accountant, and I know how long I stayed to before I qualified. And as at the time I was working in the corporate world, I know how much I was being paid. Now, in a skill that is going to pay you, some of us, if we show you what we've done on our mobile phones today, just today, sitting down in COVID-19, we thank God. We can't just pray that the thing, because their lives are involved. So we got to pray that everybody gets this. But the important thing that I want you to know, I've been trading this particular industry for some years now. And over the period of years, have I lost money? Yes, I've lost serious. When you say serious money, I have lost serious money. Did I want to quit at any time? Yes, I wanted to quit. At a point in time, I said, this thing is not working. They are just deceiving us. But then I got to understand that most of the time, most of us don't sit down to learn. We're always looking for the olive grade. We are looking for the easy way out. So I decided that let me put some time and learn this. And it cost me a lot of money. I paid a lot of money internationally, locally to learn. And over the period of time, today we can say, thank God, because we can do well, and we can say we've even recovered all the monies that we spent. So based on this 1 week, just like as Bishop said, you see the indicators that he showed you is enough. If you go and practice it, is enough for you to make small money in the market. Those indicators are powerful. That's the simple average 13 and 50, the crossing is very, very good. You can make money simply. But if you now want to go further, I tell you, you will be under our mentorship for close to 6 months. You will be under our mentorship for about 6 months. I tell you, 6 months. But then for that 6 months to start, we start with what we call the professional class. The professional class. The professional class is going to start by next week, and it's going to take 2 weeks. The professional class is going to take 2 weeks. In the professional class, we are going to be training you on how to use indicators and then how to trade without indicators, because some indicators are lagging, but don't let us bore you with all the details. So those ones in that 2 weeks, we are going to be teaching you how to identify all the candlesticks patterns, how to use price action to take trades. All those things are going to be explained. The WDM formation, you are going to be trained on the flag system, everything that we know. Those mistakes that we made when we were starting, you shouldn't make that same mistake again. If I lost so much money when I was learning, you shouldn't lose that money again. Remember, those that have mentors will not lack methods. If you have mentors, you will not lack methods. So your mentors should be able to guide you. So before the 6 months mentorship period, what we do is we take you through these 2 weeks. These 2 weeks of training, it will be 2 sessions, morning and evening session. The morning session will be 11 a.m. to 12 noon, while the evening session will be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's next week. Get it? 11 to 12, then 9 to 10. And it's going to run like that for 2 weeks. But if when the COVID, the breakout, the lockdown is locked up now, everybody, and people have to go to the office, then we will now make it 2 hours only in the evening. Because 1 hour that we are doing now, because now a lot of people say, I don't have data, I don't have this. Somebody was even saying, this thing will be consuming data. I say, if you don't consume data, now blood will consume. Must you not consume something? You want to learn, you have to pay. There's a price to pay. There's a price to pay for everything now. So for now, but then for those that will be going to the advanced class, you will be more committed, I know, because some are here just to see what are they doing, does it make sense, and thereabout. So that is it. So for those of you that want to be part of that advanced class and you want the strategy, we'll be talking more about that on Saturday. We'll be talking more about that on Saturday. Some are asking, how do I get the super strategy and things? For those of you that want, we'll be showing you what to do on Saturday. But so that, because of financial commitment, the one for next week is 10,000 naira. Is 10,000 naira for the 2 weeks. 10,000 naira for the 2 weeks. But to cap this training up for tomorrow, we are going to be having what we call money management and psychology of trading. Money management. I'm going to be training you how you will never, ever lose money in trading. Hear me loud and clear. We'll be training you how you will never, ever lose money in trading. People tell you that is what I'm not saying make a loss in a trade. You know, some people say I put 1,000 and all my 1,000 disappear. No, it can never happen. Hear me, it can never happen. Has it happened to me before? Yes, but the things that have happened to us before should not happen to you. So we're going to be showing you, since we understood that we've never lost our portfolio again. We could lose a trade, but then to lose your portfolio, it's not possible. So we're going to be teaching you how to do that. Tomorrow is the most important strategy as far as trading is concerned. So if you are opportune, be there tomorrow. It said, okay, let me quickly see the questions here. How can I get the last indicator, sir? Now, I said on Saturday, we'll be telling you how to get the indicators, all those indicators. For you to get those indicators, you have to be part of our training, because you just brushed the surface. There are more detailed things. The setup, there's a particular setting that it has to be on your application. What an interesting class by Bishop of Forex. Training well delivered and articulated. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I want to create demo accounts, but can I use my real details? Yes, use your real details to do that. How do we apply today's strategy? For those that will be able to apply today's strategy, those indicators you saw are advanced tools. The harmonic pattern is an advanced tool. Do you understand? The harmonic pattern is an advanced tool. So it's going to take some level of training, which is going to be for those that will be able to take part in the advanced, in the professional class. Will this training be online? Yes, immediately after this training, we will upload it on YouTube channel. How much was the professional class before COVID? How much was the professional class before COVID-19? For you that have been to a professional class, it's a token of 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira for a group of 10 each. Okay. But for the COVID is the COVID price. Okay. Can I get involved in copy trade? Yes, you can get involved in copy trade. For those of you that you say, I don't want to trade, I can't trade myself, but can I put my money in an account and you people will help me? Well, you open the account. We give you the links to open your account. When you open your account, you will give us a link to your account. As we are trading, your account will be automatically traded also. And that one, you don't pay anything for it, so that whilst you are learning, we'll be trading on your behalf. But then when we make profit at the end of the day, there's a profit sharing ratio, 60 to 40 in favor of the investor. All right. How do I log out from the MT4 application? Just click on it somewhere. You see, I don't think I ever logged out from mine. I just closed my application. After selling or buying, how long do I leave the trade? Leave the trade until you are happy or sad. But when you put your stop loss or profit, when the price hits your stop loss, it will take you out. If it hits your take profit, it will take you out. Or it has not hit your take profit and you are happy with what you see, you cut it off and get out. So whichever way. How can I fund my account to start trading, real trading? Okay. Once you have done, I'm going to drop a video that was done by one of the managers of the broker of the company, brokerage company. He explained how you will open and fund your account. We will drop it in the group chat. Okay, those numbers showing on the demo account, are they equivalent to the one happening in the real world? Exactly what you are seeing. Exactly what you are seeing in the demo account, that is exactly what is happening in the real world. The only thing is that it's not your real money. And the other thing is that your emotion is not involved. But when your real money is there, your emotion will be involved. You understand? You know this one, even when it was going to minus 1,000, minus this, you just left it, you are relaxed, because it's there. But if it's your real money, I tell you, sleep will come up for your eye. Okay. So that's why you need to know how to do it professionally. All right. What do I put in the leverage? You can use leverage 1 to 200 as your leverage. 1 to 200 is good. Will the professional class be online too or at a location? It's going to be online. It's going to be online 2 times a day. If it's at a location, we will not be able to do that because of COVID-19. How much can I deposit to get involved in copy trade? A copy trade, minimum of $200 in your account, you can get involved in the copy trade. Where do I download the MetaTrader 4 for my phone? You download that on Play Store or iStore. Is it possible to start retrading with you while training is going on? Please, please, and please, we don't recommend our students to do retrading. If you are going to fund your account with real money, it's either you give it to, you connect it to us as copy trade. Don't go and start trading your live account yourself until you've traded your demo account for minimum of a month. We know what we are telling you. Make sure you trade your demo account for minimum of a month. Many people don't do this. No, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And then they do it, they get their money first. You shouldn't be under our tutelage, under our tutorship, and then you lose money like every other person. No, then we will not discharge our duties accordingly. All right. How can I control the line and I'm using on my phone? Okay. If I get you well, I think you can watch the video again. You can see, you can't control the line when they are on your phone. You can only set the line. You can't control the line. And if you watch this video back, you will get how it is set. Is it possible? Okay. Can one start trading with $30? Well, there's nothing that is impossible. There are some brokers that will even take $10 from you. But then I tell you, it's why don't you go pay attention to trading on your demo account than trying to trade with $30? Why? They say don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. So don't start doing that. Trade with your demo account. When you have at least $100, $200, then you can fund your account. It's a small money, 80,000 naira. 80,000 naira is very, when you talk of the kind of skill that you are going to acquire and the kind of returns you are going to be getting in this, everyone, you will know that 80,000, if people doing Keke Marwa, even, how much do you take to buy Keke Marwa? Is it not 800 and something or something? So this one, this capital is small. Look for it, you will get it. Believe you will get it and you will get it. I can assure you that. All right. Wait again. Yesterday you said the share ratio is 60-40, 60 in favor of whom? 60 in favor of the investor. Okay? Is MT4 and MT5 the same? They are not the same. For now, use your MT4. Use your MT4, not MT5. After we have been trained, can I trade my, okay, I've taken that. Can you refresh on what copy trade is? We said the copy trade is you fund your trading accounts and you link your account with our own trader. As our traders are trading your account, I think today alone, those people that connected to our copy trade, they already made, I think, about 1% return on investment today, just today. In the bank, your bank gives you about 4% per annum. But with our copy trade, you are doing anything between 15 to 20% in a month, which is okay. And you can put anything there, $5,000, $10,000, you get, if I make 1% on my account, you make 1% on your account, no matter what the account, the amount that is there, all right? So that's the copy trade. Okay, 1 to 200 might be too high for $30. I'm not recommending, I'm not giving any advice for a $30 account. That person, I will advise you, keep your $30, use it to buy data, to learn, watch videos and learn. I'm telling you the truth, I'm not slighting, I'm not slighting. I'm telling you, don't go and use $30 and start trading. You could, high probability that you lose it. Use $5,000 that they are giving you. You are having $5,000 in your trading account. Use that one to practice first, very, very well before you start doing that. Sir, I need video on how to install MT4 on laptop and how to input moving average. I think Bishop did one of those videos. We will post it in the group. What ratio can we use when registering? 1 to 5, 1 to 10. I say use 1 to 200. 1 to 200. Aderisola said, it's really interesting. I enjoy every bit of this lesson, though network almost discouraged me, but I will catch with the video. Yeah, thank you, Aderisola. God bless you. Can I use my broker details in copy trade? No, for you to be able to copy our trade, you will use our broker. You know, it's just like you want to do something with GT. You now have an account with Zenith. You now want that, you know, they won't allow that kind of things except you are doing interbank transfer. There are some transactions that are within the bank. You can't do it outside of it. So you got to be on the same broker that we have. The system is just like that. Okay. All right. I think at this point, we've been able to address all the questions here. So for those of you that you want to watch the videos, Bishop will be dropping a lot of videos on the YouTube.